All right, this is Brian Hornback. We're here in the office with Mayor Indya Kincannon
Yep.
on the first day in office.
Yep.
How's it feel? This is a little after 2 o'clock. You've had a good part of your day today. So how's the first day?
So far, so good. I got an early start. Went to the gym because I know the day gets busy, and then went home, got ready for work, and took the bus to work, which I really enjoyed. Hey, come on. We'll be done in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. And got here, had a meeting with my deputies, David Brace, Stephanie Welch, Aaron Gill, and Bill Lyons joined us. He's staying on for a few months as an advisor, and just start the day, what's happening this Monday. And it's a special, it's my first day of work, but also it's a holiday week, so pretty light week,
Right.
thankfully. And then at 10 o'clock, had my very first cabinet meeting.
Wow.
With my entire cabinet, including the chief of police and fire chief and Charles Swanson and Charles Lomax. We just sort of, I set the tone for, my expectations, and, working collaboratively and no surprises. And it was a great first meeting. We are looking for a chief financial officer because Jim York is retiring, and we're looking for a chief technology officer because Janet Wright's retiring. So those are two big positions, and also looking for a CAP director, someone to be the head of transit. So those things are percolating. What else is going on?
Yeah.
I'm going to be lighting the menorah. The city Hanukkah celebration is at 5 o'clock on Market Square tonight.
Oh, wow.
We have Christmas in the city. We have a Hanukkah celebration, and just trying to interact with all members of the community already.
Sure.
So.
Well, I know a lot of folks, when they come into office, particularly in an executive role, sometimes have big plans over the first 100 days. When we get to 100 days of Mayor Kincannon, are there any great expectations? Or are we just going to obviously Mayor O'Harrell's done a decent job, so I don't anticipate there being massive change. But what will your first 100 days look like?
Well, my first 100 days is going to be a continued effort to listen to the people of the city, to help me understand what the people of the city want as far as empowerment, getting people from all parts of the city to play a role in the decision-making process, as far also as connecting families to opportunity. One of the things that I heard from this community during the campaign is that people want to be self-sufficient and earn decent wages and income so they can take care of themselves and their families. So how do we do that? One side is trying to provide more affordable housing, but the other, just as important side, is the workforce development, connecting people to job training so they can earn, $15 an hour starting out, and then eventually, more enough that they can live on their own. So that job training stuff is really important. And then last, but certainly not least, is working on sustainability. So I'm going to be working with the community, listening, and we're going to have the annual neighborhoods conference at the end of March, and so I'm hoping that will be the culmination towards I don't know if that's 100 days, I can't remember, but where that will be a way to collect more, sort of a big amount of information and input and ideas from the community to go forward. So with a strategic vision, connecting families to opportunity, sustainability, and workforce development. Some more specific things. I will really hope to move forward on CAT for Kids and try to get that up and running before the next school year starts. That's where every child up through the end of high school would be able to ride our buses at no charge. The logistics of how that works, we're going to have to figure that out. But I know several other cities have done that, and that's should be a revenue neutral thing because there are already bus stops at every every middle school and high school in the city.
And there's seats available.
And there's seats available. So there, one more person on there, and it's gets some teen drivers off the streets, but also gives families who can't afford extra cars, access to jobs after school or sports or theater, all that sort of thing. So that's one thing I'm hoping to move forward on. The other big one is the Mayor's Climate Council. Throughout the campaign, in every neighborhood, Republican, Democrat, or everything, people want to make sure that we are resilient and energy efficient, that saves money and, reduces our carbon footprint. So I know that the city can be a local leader in that regard, and we have a lot of brain power from University of Tennessee and the National Lab and community members who can help us think through those. And so I'm hoping to convene that council sometime in the first 100 days.
Very good. And lastly, Gwen McKenzie is now the vice mayor. Hopefully there'll be some movement. One thing Mayor O'Hara wasn't able to do was really concentrate on East Knoxville. I know she began the Magnolia Corridor that started, but hopefully, that I know there's been a lot of movement in downtown. There's been a lot of movement in south with Cumberland Avenue, and obviously across the river with all the development that's gone on over there. So hopefully East Knoxville, do you have any idea of what East Knoxville might look like at the end of your 4 years or 8 years?
Well, it could look very different, and I'm really glad to have Gwen McKenzie as the vice mayor, because a lot of the projects that could have a hopefully very positive impact on the whole city, but are located inside her district. The plans for Chihuahua Park, the private developers who own East Town Mall, Standard Knitting Mill, potential for a baseball stadium, those are all in the 6th district, plus the new KPD and public safety headquarters. That's not in the 6th district, but that's close by. And so there's a lot of big capital projects. The Urban Wilderness Gateway project could connect to downtown, but also to Morningside Heights. So I think she's a seasoned leader, both on city council and in her business job, and has a lot of credibility in the community and across the city. So I'm looking forward to working with her and all the members of council. I think we have a really good council.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thank you.